What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and I'm here to give my final update on the group stage of the 2021 Total Energies African Cup of Nations, where we had games from groups E and group F. So all the groups are finalized. We know the teams that are going to be in the round of 16, and you could now go and predict the rest of the tournament if you want, or predict the round of 16. But before we do, okay, we have to talk about those last set of group matches, okay? We're not going to just leave those and jump to the round of 16. I was actually tempted to do that, but I said, nah, I can't do that, man. I'm here to bring you a comprehensive update and coverage of the Total Energies African Cup of Nations hosted by Cameroon in 2022, but labeled 2021 because it was postponed. So before we do get into the content though, I'd like to take a time to thank Manscaped for being a sponsor of this channel. Guys, Manscaped are the best in below the waist men's grooming products. So you could head on over to the site, check out the Performance Package 4.0 that comes with the Lawnmower 4.0 and various accessories. And there's a lot of other accessories on the website to choose from. The cologne, the body wash, the shampoo, the nail caring kit and everything. So just head on over to the site, check out the products, treat yourself to something, treat a loved one, treat a friend. Remember, this is 2022. Get your confidence back, get your confidence up there, and Manscaped can definitely help you do that. So with the coupon code Dominic Rich, get yourself 20% off plus free shipping. All the links will be in the description box down below. Trust me, your balls will thank you. Your friend's balls, your uncle balls, your husband's balls, whoever you're going to buy it for will thank you, okay? So make sure all the links in the description box down below. Dominic Rich, 20% off, free shipping. So let's get into the content, man. That's what you guys are here for, right? But remember, got to pay the bills. Got to keep the lights on. So let's start, man. Let's start. So we have games from groups E, where the Ivory Coast knocked out the holders, Algeria, and this has sent shockwaves throughout the football world, where Algeria came into the tournament on a high, and I thought they were actually going to build a dynasty of some sort with this squad, but they got knocked out in the group stages, and not only getting knocked out, but they finished last in the group. And when you look at this group before the tournament, you would fancy Algeria to top this group easily against a team like the Ivory Coast, who always looks good on paper but misfires. Sierra Leone, I think, who are very unfortunate not to move on to the next round, and Equatorial Guinea. We're going to talk about these games, and also we're going to touch on debutants Gambia defeating former champions Tunisia, and Mali, one of the new teams around that has really been making strides, defeating Mauritania, who were one of the worst teams at the tournament. So look, let's first talk about this game between Sierra Leone and Equatorial Guinea, right? So Equatorial Guinea defeated Algeria. They have been doing well at the tournament so far, so you got to give them a lot of props. You got to give them credit. And they really performed well. They ended up getting 6 points in the group. Pretty good stuff, if you ask me. Pretty damn good stuff. I would not have predicted them to get 6 points in the group. They did lose their game against the Ivory Coast, a narrow 1-0 win because of a monster strike by Max Alon Gradel, and that was an undoing of Equatorial Guinea. But look, they did look the brighter team in this game. They really did look the brighter team. Granite in the 38th minute, the goal was actually merited, and Sierra Leone were basically on the back foot for most of the game. So I was like, I actually fancied a draw in this game, and I think I was spot on with my analysis because the game was heading to a draw. Even though Equatorial Guinea were the better of the two teams, and they did look the team most likely to win the game, Sierra Leone, who weren't at the tournament since haven't been at the tournament, I should say, since 1996. They have been very good at the tournament so far. Managed to get a draw against both Algeria and, of course, the Ivory Coast. A 2-2 draw because of that horror show for goalkeeping error in the end there by Sangare. So a 2-2 draw against the Ivory Coast, a 0-0 draw against Algeria, and I thought that they were going to get a draw against Equatorial Guinea, and that would have been enough to put them ahead of Comoros as one of the best third-place teams. But a late penalty miss really cost the Sierra Leone Stars. And they must have felt it, because that must have been a heart-wrenching penalty miss, because the way they celebrated when they did get that penalty, I was like, okay, they haven't played too bad in the game, and they haven't played too bad in the group and the tournament so far. Actually, they have played really, really well, and at least this is what they deserve, right? But sometimes you don't always get what you deserve, and they ended up losing the game narrowly, a 1-0. And with that loss, it meant that it wasn't good enough. 2 points wasn't good enough to actually move on to the next round. And Comoros Islands, one of the debutants, actually benefited from that penalty miss. Yeah, domino. If you call that the domino effect, one thing in one game affects a group, a team in another group. You see, so it was just quite unfortunate that they weren't able to get through to the final, the next round. Pardon me. So very, very heartbreaking stuff there by Sierra Leone. I really think they deserved a place into the next round. But K. Kamara's penalty saved. Hard luck. Owono, the hero there for Equatorial Guinea. But look, to Equatorial Guinea, for them, they will go on to play Mali in the round of 16. And that's not a bad team to actually play. Even though Mali are doing well right now, Equatorial Guinea would fancy their chances of, moving on to the quarters, and they could actually be one of the underdogs or the dark horses of the 2021 African Cup of Nations. So, well played, Sierra Leone. Hard luck for Equatorial Guinea. It's a tremendous feat of moving on to the next round. Most of us would not have predicted them to do so, seeing that the Ivory Coast and Algeria were in the same group. So, well played to Juan Micha and his boys from Equatorial Guinea. Heavy Spanish-based team, as well as they are a Spanish-speaking nation in Africa. So, look, John Keister and Sierra Leone, you could continue working on the progress and look to maybe qualify for the 2026 World Cup and, of course, the next African Cup of Nations. So, we're going to keep it moving, guys. We're definitely going to keep it moving. Feast your eyes to some of the visuals here. We got a lot more to talk about, so we won't linger too much here. So, let's just go right back. And let's talk about the other game in the group, the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room here. And that is the Ivory Coast 3, Algeria, the holders coming into the tournament, 1. I have to say, Algeria, you were a disappointment at the tournament. A big disappointment at the tournament. And you have let all your fans down. You have let a nation down. And Jamal Belmadi and his boys ought to be ashamed of the performance that they put out at this tournament, because at least come in third as one of the best third place teams, move on to the round of 16, improve as the tournament go on, and you see what I'm saying? You get the point. I did make a 10-minute video talking about this game, so I'm not going to go too deep into that, so go check that one out. But Kessie in the 22nd minute, Sangare in the 39th, and Pepe in the 54th, 3-0. 3-0. Mahrez did get a penalty to help Algeria get back into the game. I think the referee tried everything possible to help Algeria. But Mahrez hit the upright, but the substitute Ben Debka did pull one back in the 73rd minute. But even after Algeria pulled one back and they could have gotten a second to take the game to a close and tense finish, they really didn't threaten. They didn't threaten. It was the Ivory Coast who had the opportunities to make it 4, which they did, but the goal was chalked off, or 5. You see what I'm saying? So even if they had came back and gotten a three goals to make it 3-3, it would not have been enough to qualify them for the round of 16, as the Comoros Islands were on 3 points. And I'm pretty sure that Sierra Leone would have had a better record than Algeria. Probably would have had a better record than Algeria. So, finish bottom of the table. Very, very, very disappointing. A star-studded lineup like this Algerian lineup should have never finished last. Should have never gone winless at the tournament. Algeria scored a single goal at the African Cup of Nations, which is very, very poor. Which is very, very poor if you ask me. For defending champions, not good enough. And they were defending champions, I think that was back in 1990 when they got eliminated in the group phase. So history repeats itself. I am, however, impressed with the Ivory Coast at this tournament so far. I got to give it to them. I got to give it to them. Look, they look good on paper, just like Algeria. But the thing is, the team on paper actually performed. You see what I'm saying? They performed. You know, sometimes you say this don't add up. How does this team look so good on paper, but they lose so many games, they don't go through to the round of 16, right? You think in Algeria. I thought it was going to be the opposite way, where the Ivory Coast, who knows, may have come in third or something, or maybe miss out. But it's Algeria. And this is a big disappointment. A team that were 35 games unbeaten. That's the number people actually like to use. 35 games unbeaten and not going through to the round of 16. And not just with draws, but with losses. You see what I'm saying? 2 losses and a draw. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. But well played to the Elephants, the Fennec Foxes. Not good enough at all. You're talking about Ben Rama, Mahrez, Budnija, Slimani, Brahimi, Feghouli. You know what I mean? The list goes on, man. Mandi. You're talking about Atal, Mboli in the goal. This Ben Sibayani, Balaili, Ben Lamri, Ben Asser. And you're telling me you still came in last? No. Somebody tell me this ain't real, man. Tell me this ain't real. But for the Ivory Coast, they will play Egypt in the round of 16. And that would be another big test. But they would fancy themselves against another North African giant, seeing that they toppled Algeria, the champion. So Egypt, look out. The Elephants look like they're here to win the tournament again, like they did back in, that was 2015, right? So good stuff, man. Good stuff. I like the Ivorian team. They just always seem to disappoint, you know what I mean? So the boys in orange are going to look to take the tournament by storm and perform and win it again like they did under Hervé Renard. So, look, I don't want to be too drawn out. I did talk about this game already, but it was a disappointing performance on the field, disappointing throughout the tournament by Algeria, and they got nothing short of what they deserve, if I'm being completely honest. So, we're going to keep it moving, though. Definitely going to keep it moving. We got 2 more games to talk about from Group F, and we are going to go back, and we are going to talk these Group F games and wrap up the group stages of the 2021 Total African Cup of Nations, hosted by Cameroon, the indomitable Lions. So, look, Gambia 1, Tunisia 0. Tunisia, another team that has been very, very disappointing at the tournament. They do, however, manage to scrape into the round of 16 as one of the best third-place teams. They did get a little lucky with that one. Lost 2 games, 1-1, and they will face Nigeria, of all teams, in the final round. not the final round. In the next round, I don't know why I said it. Maybe that's their final round. Maybe that's what I meant to say. But they will face Nigeria in the round of 16. So, the Gambia, debutant, smallest nation on the African continent. You got to give it to them, man. You got to give it to them. They have been tremendous at this tournament. You're talking about a 1-0 win over Mauritania. A 1-1 draw against Mali. Last minute stuff. And the last minute effort here by Jallo to down the Eagles of Carthage. A goal to nil. I think Tunisia deserved the win in this game, to be honest. But they just weren't good enough. They had a penalty and it was saved. Got to give it to the goalkeeper there for the Gambia. I think they actually changed their goalkeeper as well, which, you know, is huge. From what I could recall, he wasn't the goalkeeper in goal throughout the tournament so far. So that one was actually a surprise to me that they actually changed the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper was Job before, and now it's I'm not too familiar with the goalkeeper, but Job wasn't in goal and it was Gay. So they went from Job to Gay. So I think Job might have been injured. He might have been injured and Gay had to step up because looking at the bench, I don't see Job on the bench. There's another Job, but he's a center forward. And Tom St. Fiat and his boys actually move on to the round of 16 for the first time because guess what? They're debutants. They are debutants. They could pull off what Madagascar did at the 2019 event where, from what I could recall, Madagascar got all the way to the quarterfinal. And there was actually a sending off here in this game where Farouk Ben Mustafa, the goalkeeper on the bench, was given a red card. And I did see a red card flash at the end of the game as well. I don't know if he pulled out the wrong card or something, but Mohamed Drager and Hannibal Mejbri both received yellow cards. I thought one of them actually did get sent off for dissent, but they didn't. But look, it was a game where Tunisia should have won. They carved out the better chances, even though the post was hit by, I think that was Musa Barrow hit the post again from a free kick. They have been ridiculously good at the tournament, the Gambia. And they didn't play an attacking game because, of course, they're the underdogs. They defended well. They kept Tunisia at bay, but Tunisia did get a dodgy penalty. I think it was very soft. And Jaziri stepped up and his penalty was saved by Gay. Another thing I must mention about this Tunisian team, heavily affected by COVID-19 as well. So the team was depleted. They're hampered by the disease right now. And they are lucky, I must say, to scrape through into the round of 16. So hopefully for them, they'll get some players fit and ready to go again for that clash against Nigeria, where they look to pull off an unlikely win. It's going to be very, very difficult. But that late goal in the end there by the Gambia was brilliant. A left-footed strike there in the end. Oh, man, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. Albi Jallo. What a player he is. One of the best players in the Gambian team, set up by Musa Barrow. There's also Madu Barrow, who did, I think Madu Barrow did come off the bench, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I saw his, he did actually started the game as well. So both Barrows started the game. I think that was his best start. And he was replaced later on in the game. So he was actually the only player from the Gambia I knew of before I did find out about Jallo and the other Barrow, Musa Barrow, who does play in the Serie A, and Omar Colley and Cisse and these guys. So quality performance, man. Quality performance by Gambia. Big effort to get into the round of 16 as debutants. But for Tunisia, Monday Kabaya and his boys got to pull their socks up. They got to get their act together, get their squad ready again to face Nigeria. I know the COVID situation, and it's quite unfortunate, but even when they had most of one of the dark horses here. So with that being said, we're going to move into the final game, Mali and Mauritania. I did predict the Gambia to beat Tunisia too, which is crazy. I just said, yeah, I'm because I wasn't convinced with Tunisia. I really wasn't convinced. And also I did predict Mali to defeat Mauritania, and they went on to top the group on 7 points like the Gambia, but with Mali with a better record. So Mali 2, Mauritania 2. I must say, Mali, you got to keep an eye on this team. They will play Equatorial Guinea in the round of 16, and they have Senegal on their path to the final. So, you know, and Nigeria. Another thing I must say, guys, is that the AFCON website did update the thing in terms of the round of 16, because yesterday when we did checked it, Nigeria was on this side of the bracket, right? Nigeria was on this side. They had the brackets really messed up from yesterday, where Nigeria and Cameroon were on the same side of the bracket, and that wasn't, you know, supposed to be the case. So I hope they do have the brackets in order right now. I did do a cross-reference to Wikipedia as well, and it seems like they both have the same thing now, because before that was not the case. That was definitely not the case, and there was some confusion there over the brackets, which I found was very, very, very strange. So as you could see here, Burkina Faso, Gabon, Nigeria, Tunisia, Senegal, Cape Verde, Mali, Equatorial Guinea. And the other side of the bracket, you have Guinea, Gambia, Cameroon, Comoros, Ivory Coast, Egypt, and we have Morocco, Malawi right there, right? And just to show the people that was actually in the stream yesterday, let's look at this. This is the same bracket now on Wikipedia. Same bracket that I just talked about there. Same exact bracket as we had over on the AFCON website. And I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased that we have some semblance here, because that was confusing as hell. And I have to say, the AFCON website, you could do a lot better than that, because I was blaming Wikipedia, but Wikipedia was actually right. And it was the AFCON website that had the thing all lopsided. Come on, man. You guys get your act together, please. Please, we've seen some horrible decisions at the tournament. We've seen some nonsense where you don't even have the national anthems for the team and all of that. Come on, man. You could do a lot better than that. So Mali 2, Mauritania 0. We had goals in this game by Haidara and Kone from the penalty spot. Look, it was a dominant performance by Mali. I think Mauritania had like one or two look-ins and goal. Not nothing to really talk about. But Masadio Haidara, the former Newcastle man, and Ibrahima Kone, quality penalty. 2nd minute and 49th minute. This game was gonna go no other way than a Mali win. So I don't even need to get deeper into this game. And I think Mauritania were quite poor at the tournament. Can't even recall them scoring a goal at the tournament. Actually, they didn't score a goal at the tournament, and it was a disappointing tournament for them. -7 goal difference, no points at the bottom of the table, and they are actually the only team at the tournament not to pick up a single point. And they might be the team not to score a single goal either, which is, you know, I'm not surprised. I'm actually not surprised, if you ask me. I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. So Mali wins the game. They play Equatorial Guinea in the round of 16. And as I mentioned, they had Senegal on their path. So that's my thoughts in the group for the group stages there. I think Mali does deserve to top the group like they did. And if I go back to my predictions really quick here for the group stages, I did predict Tunisia to top the group. Mali to come in second, Mauritania third, and the Gambia fourth. So big up to the Gambia, man. You proved me wrong, and you proved most of your doubters wrong. And that was actually the element of surprise there. And, you know, they're a mysterious team, and I really didn't expect them to perform this well. As for Group E, I did predict Algeria the top, Ivory Coast second, Equatorial Guinea third, and Sierra Leone fourth. But Sierra Leone did come in third, Algeria last, Ivory Coast first, and Equatorial Guinea second. So I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to draw this out no more. I don't want to make it longer than it is right now. Just wanted to put the finishing touches on the group stages of the 2021 Total Energies African Cup of Nations. And I think the tournament does deserve this coverage, because I could be doing anything else in the world right now, you know what I mean? But I'm here talking about the African Cup of Nations, and I like to thank you guys for actually listening. I do have to make predictions for the round of 16. I think I'm gonna go and do those right away, since I'm kind of in the mood right now for the AFCON, right? So look out for that video, check it out, and let me know your predictions for the round of 16 as well. So guys, for your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for tuning in. Like the video if you haven't yet done so. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't forget to head on over to manscaped.com, who are the best in below the waist men's grooming. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Birthdays are always coming up. Or you could treat someone just for the sake of treating them. All right? If you have that man in your life, whether it's a boyfriend, a husband, a brother, uncle, cousin, come on, father, don't forget the fathers, you know, treat them with a gift from manscaped.com. Coupon code Dominic Rich, 20% off each and every one of your orders. Shipping is totally free. Trust me, your balls would thank you. Guys, all the links in the description box down below. And for every boy Dom, until my next one, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad.